Hey guys, Harrison Faigen here with the Daily Titan to talk about the 2017-18 men's basketball season. The Titans lost in the NCAA tournament this weekend to Purdue, but we sent our sports editor, Jared Eprem, who's also here with me, out to Detroit to cover the team. Jared, what do you think is the biggest takeaway from the season moving forward now that the Titans lost in the tournament, their season's over? What do you think is the biggest thing that they can take from this year into next year?
So I think the main thing that I noticed, looking at the box score, you won't see this, but just being around the team all season, and especially in Detroit, they talked a lot about how confident they were in themselves despite the outcome. I think a lot of that comes from their work that they put in the season. They talked a lot about before the season, during the season, even afterward. Just the amount of work they put in over the summer, before the season, during the season, just getting in before hours, after hours, putting in a bunch of work, and that really just built up their confidence in themselves.
Yeah, and I think this team is also kind of at the sweet spot where they're pretty much everybody that was a significant role player to the team this year is most likely coming back. And so this team is set up for success. Like, they made it to the top of the Big West, but they're going to have another year of development. Kyle Allman's going to be entering his senior year, and these guys are set up, I think, for future success.
They're only losing one player, Akeem Robinson, who's their sole center, and he was their sole senior, and he was a center. So I think size, replacing him and just adding more size to it. They only have one guy this season who's 6'9", and he was a freshman. So I think building on that, I think just get one more big man in there to really hold down the paint, because they saw a lot of the teams they struggled against were just teams that had big dudes in the middle that just overpowered everyone. They were able to control the offensive glass, give them second chances, and you saw that against Purdue.
I think that's why you saw Josh Pitt start to get more minutes down the stretch of the season. I think that's Diedrich wanting to get him ready, and I think the other obvious problem that this team has to address is they need more shooting. This year, Khalil Ahmad and Kyle Allman were able to shoot it from three a little bit, but this team needs, I think, at least one more shooter, just so they can space the floor a little bit better, and they can kind of get Jackson a little bit more space on those rolls out of the pick and roll.
Jackson talked to me about enjoying being able to work down low and how he's not as comfortable around the three-point line as he is down low. So if they were able to get a shooter, it would be nice if they would have someone of size so that they could bring their big man out to give Jackson a smaller opponent to work on under the paint and to be able to give him easy looks under the basket.
Yeah, and so we'll see if the Titans are able to make that stuff happen when they open up next season. And this has been Harrison Faigen and Jared Eprem for the Daily Titan.